Hi, I'm Sabrina Spangler. I think unlike most of the people that are here tonight, I am new to the field. I am in the process of reinventing myself, and I'm transitioning to a career in graphic design after many years at home with my kids and a prior career before that. This is me. Those are my daughters on the left. The daughter on the left is actually a photograph. The daughter on the right is me playing around with Photoshop. She wasn't actually on the cover there. I got a dog 8 months ago. He still eats everything. This is what I used to do. I was sort of fickle about my major when I was an undergrad, but I ended up with electrical engineering degree and a nuclear engineering degree, and I moved to Cleveland to work for what's now Phillips Medical in nuclear medicine for many years. This is what I want to do. So I went back to school and I got a degree in graphic design in 2011. And since then, I've been sort of experimenting in different kinds of graphic design to try to figure out what I want to do with my life. When I was still in school, I got a graphic design internship at the Nature Center Shaker Lakes, and that was really fun to immediately get to see stuff I designed out in the real world. The first thing I got to do was this map of how to get to the Nature Center from the RTA stop, and it was fun to actually see my map at an RTA stop. Most of the stuff I've been doing since I graduated is pro bono work. I do work for nonprofits I like, so I can at least keep my skills sharp until I find more permanent employment. My daughter dances, so I do a lot of work for City Ballet of Cleveland. I do brochures and t-shirts and annual reports and things like that. Their t-shirts are always one color because they're on a budget. I also do work for Habitat for Humanity. That's another nonprofit I really like. I do brochures and flyers for them, and I did a lot of the signage in the Restore. For those of you that have never shopped at the Restore, I suggest you go because it's like combining the best yard sale you've ever been to with your favorite hardware store. I have 2 kids, as you've seen, so naturally I'm on the PTO. It's amazing how much work there is for a free graphic designer when you're on a PTO. This was last year's flower sale poster. This is this year's flower sale poster. Believe it or not, it's a pretty conservative group of women, so it's taken me a while to sort of convince them they need more color in their lives. I thought that I would like to go into packaging design when I first got out of school, so I hunted around for a full-time packaging design job. Haven't found that yet. So you're going to get to see lots of student work tonight. These were little flexible boxes that I made for a packaging design class I had that I really liked. And these little black and white flexible boxes nested inside each other, unlike the colored ones that you saw before that were shaped like bugs, and it's hard to get the little wings and antennae to nest. I also did a project with rigid design, or rigid packaging design, which I liked a lot. And this had a bunch of cards in it that were based on plants that I found around the yard. And this also had a little shopping bag with it. And it was just one of my favorite projects I had as a student. Beverage packaging I thought would be fun also. I like to sew. So the little silk ties on all of the wine bottles were kind of a fun thing for me to do. Probably wouldn't have been very cost effective out in the real world, but I had a lot of fun with that one. I took a class in Cinema 4D. I like three-dimensional things, so I had this idea that I was going to love Cinema 4D software, spinning things around on the screen. It turns out that I like 3 dimensions more in 3 dimensions rather than actually on the screen, so that wasn't as fun as I thought. I've had trouble over the last 2 years, I guess, psychologically transitioning to this idea of being a freelance designer. I thought when I got out of school, I'd just apply for jobs and somebody would hire me and I'd learn fastest by working with a bunch of other people. But I think my freelance business is starting to build kind of slowly. Portraiture is one of my favorite things I like to do. This was one of my first classes I ever took. The Amelia Earhart pictures, actually little tiny airplanes. Chuck Close is my favorite artist. I particularly like his grid work, so this is my homage to Chuck Close. This is a portrait of my husband laughing. I'm starting to have paying customers now. I'm still what I would consider underemployed, but it seems everybody I talk to wants a website, so I've been playing around with website design. This is my website. When I first took a class, I learned HTML just editing code, and then I thought, oh, I better learn Dreamweaver, and I just did a website this week in Muse, so I'm kind of having fun playing around with different things. I'm very excited about the career I'm about to embark on, and I'm happy I joined CD Pug because everybody's been really friendly and really great, and thank you for your time.